Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm LJ if you're new to my channel. So today I'm going to be creating this super easy cut crease with a pop of pastel purple liner eyeshadow look. Today I'll be using the Natasha Denona Love palette. You really can use any eyeshadow palette that has like a purple shade that is kind of pastel, has a little bit of white in there, and like a really dark black. And you really can create this look. You don't have to create the look with this eyeshadow palette specifically, because there's so many palettes out there that are cheaper than this palette that have the same shades, like the purples and stuff like that. But today I'll be using this palette just because I was looking for a palette that had like all purples and pinks and red in there, just so that I can play with those colors today, because I haven't done a purple eyeshadow look in my channel yet. I've done so many pinks, I've done a blue, green, so I thought to play today with purple eyeshadow, and I created this makeup look. I love this makeup look. It's super easy. The only hard thing is really the liner. You really need to concentrate in order for you to get like a very straight line. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this eyeshadow look, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so today's eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Love palette. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply Paint Pot by MAC on my crease area. And I'm focusing this on my eyelid to prevent the eyeshadow from creasing. So the first shade that I'm going in with is the shade Trust. And I'm using the Morphe M213 brush. This is just a very small, precise brush. I'm going to use this shade and pack it right on my crease area. And I'm bringing this in towards the inner portion of my eye as well. The next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Heart, and I'm gonna use this shade to blend out this purple eyeshadow shade. And the brush that I'm using is the Morphe M431 brush. And I'm basically using this eyeshadow shade to blend out this purple eyeshadow shade, make it look nice and diffused. I like to use small, precise brushes, because if you have small eyelids, it's better for you to use small brushes because it makes the eyeshadow really neat and it doesn't like spread it all over. It looks very nicely placed. So using small brushes is very helpful, especially if you have small eyelids. So using the Morphe M506 brush, I'm gonna pick up that shade Trust, and I'm just gonna spread and blend this eyeshadow out. And I'm just doing this to get rid of any harsh lines. Make sure everything looks nice and diffused. And going back in with that shade Heart, I'm just going to intensify that and really blend it out. And then using another clean M506 brush, I'm gonna pick up that shade Heart and just completely blend it out to make it look nice and diffused. And I'm also focusing this right on this area. Alright, so next what I'm going to do is cut my crease, and I'm using the NYX Professional Makeup Pigment Primer. So to cut the crease, I'm going to use a pointed flat brush like this one. I like doing that just because it really cuts a straight line when it's pointed. So I'm going to cut the crease in very, very small segments. I like to bring this up past my crease. So the eyelid shade I'm going to use is the shade Dream. And I'm picking this up with the Morphe M124 brush. I'm going to place this all over the eyelid. And I like to do this before the eyeshadow base dries, because if you apply the eyelid shade before the base dries, it gets tacky and it really allows the eyeshadow to stick on there. But if you wait until it dries, it becomes hard for the eyeshadow to stick on the eyelids. Alright, so next I'm gonna go in with the shade Commitment, and this is just like almost a black eyeshadow shade. I'm gonna place this right on the outer portion of my eye just to mend the purple eyeshadow shade with that dark purple I placed on my crease area, and this is just going to cover up the harsh lines. And see how it just like completely covers up that line that was right there. I like to do this with cut creases because it's so important to make sure that lines and creases don't show. So for the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to use the shade Pure Love, and I'm also going to bring this shade up towards my crease area. Alright, so for eyeliner, I'm going to use the Colourpop BFF liquid liner. And I'm just lining my lash line like I usually do. And I am going to be winging this out just a little bit. I said just a little bit, and look at how long that line became. Then I'm gonna add this NYX Professional Vivid Brights colored liquid liner. This one is in the shade Vivid Blossom, and this is just a pastel liquid liner. I'm gonna add this on top of that wing just to kind of, you know, spice it up, add a little bit of flavor onto the eyeshadow look. Alright, so I went ahead and completed the other eye and dusted off the powder that was underneath my eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my eyes. So for my waterline, I'm gonna use the Colourpop Gel Cream Liner, and this is in the shade Piggy Bank. So I'm gonna place this on my waterline. And right underneath that, I'm gonna go in with the shade Trust, and I'm just gonna buff that right underneath the waterline. And I'm not going all the way towards the inner portion. I'm stopping right in the middle. And then right underneath that shade, I'm gonna place Heart, which is just that really bright red shade. And I'm gonna smoke that right underneath that shade Trust. Alright, so for mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Colossal Mascara. Alright, so time to pop some lashes on. Alright, so lashes are on. I went for some very simple lashes just so that that pastel purple eyeliner would show. If I went with like more fluffier lashes, they wouldn't show as much, so I wanted to go very simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face. For bronzer, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami, and this is just going to warm up my skin. I'm also placing this bronzer on my chin just to kind of give it like a sharper look, make it stand out a little bit more. Then I'm gonna place the bronzer on my nose as well. So what I'm gonna do is apply the powder that I used to set my concealer on the sides of my nose to naturally contour the nose. Alright, so for blush, I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics Chocolate Cherry Truffle 4-Color Blush Palette. And I'm gonna pick up this shade right here. Alright, so for highlighter, I'm gonna use BH Cosmetics Shimmering Body Powder. Then I'm gonna go ahead and dust off this powder, and I'm gonna place this highlighter on my button nose just a little bit. I'm gonna place it on the bridge of my nose as well. Alright, last but not least, I'm gonna line my lips, and I'm using the NYX Professional Makeup Lip Pencil in the shade Espresso. Then for my lips, I'm gonna use the Fenty Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipstick. This one is in the shade Cookies and Cocoa, and this one is my favorite shade. It is like a nude for me. It's like super gorgeous, guys. This is really all I need. I don't need to top it up or add anything. It's like perfect. These lipsticks are like super buttery. They feel so good on the lips. Alright guys, so that is it for this makeup look. So what I'm gonna do is, of course, fix my hair, put on my outfit. You guys already know the drill, and then I'll be back with the final look. This is it for this purple smoky. I would say it has a little bit of smoky in there. It definitely has a little bit of color. I love this eyeshadow look. It's easy to create. The only hard thing really is just that pastel eyeliner, putting it on top of that black eyeliner. It's kind of difficult, especially making it really straight and really neat. It requires like a lot of concentration, but other than that, it's like a super simple eyeshadow look to create, and you can really use just any eyeshadow palette that has like dark purples, that has that super pastel-y kind of purple, and then you just need like a purple pastel or a cake liner. You can use water liners. I like using these NYX pastel liners just because they're kind of like water liners, but you don't need water to activate them, and they're pastel and super easy to work with because it already comes with the brush, and they have so many different colors. But that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup video. If you did, leave your girl a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe and join the LJ family. Hit the bell so you're always notified of a new upload. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.